We cannot talk about development in our countries or in the region without a strong civil society. So this is important because that's what ultimately we're trying to reach out to. But if you want to do that, we need to have strong capacities within the civil society organizations. That's why we're here. Working with the leaders, talk about capacity development, and then after that we should be able to perform, because we cannot give what we do not have. We want to celebrate their capacities and build what they already have.
Generally, I consider the program quite apt and quite interesting, and if you consider the overall goal of it, trying to develop those of us who want to be, who are in the middle of management in governance now, I find it quite useful because the challenge of understanding what leadership itself is, we're aspiring to be leaders, thinking strategically and ensuring that we have productive output in what we do. We find the content quite apt, and we also find the content very user-friendly. I must say that it's an opportunity that the Institute is providing for us who are in civil society. Sometimes we're challenged to say that we want to be agents of change, but we don't have the prerequisite tools. This training definitely is preparing us to be better leaders and transformative leaders. So I will say I'm quite impressed.
I don't like to call it institute because, I mean that's how you call it, but I perceive this as a movement, something that will go a long way with us. Something, because the program has planted a seed within me, right? I don't know about other participants, but as a young leader in civil society with, not much experience, this training has planted a seed in me that will flourish in time to come. I will help my organization grow, and I will help my organization succeed. And I say this because we've been to leadership trainings, leadership trainings here and there, but then a leadership training that is driven towards grooming transformational civil society leaders is just outstanding. And there are things within the training that really stood out for me. And I remember one of our facilitators said that we have control over 90% of what happens around us. And that alone is inspiring. Because sometimes we feel like we are powerless, we look at all of the challenges in civil society, we look at all of the problems that we are faced with every day, and we think that we cannot do it. But then the fact that we can manage, 90% of what happens around us, we have control of our lives, we have control of our destiny, and we can influence more change if we have those skills that we need. And those skills that we are already gathering. And so I'm just so grateful to WACSI. And this program is, it's just awesome. It's one in a million.
The CSLI has been very inspiring. It's been very instructive, and I have learned a whole lot of things that I can apply day to day at work. It was really well thought out. The courses were all thought out. The facilitators had good delivery, they had good mastery of the content, of the course content, and they were just good. I liked the fact that we were a mixed bunch from different organizations, from different countries, and so it gave a broader perspective of the whole of West African civil society organization, attitude, mentality, our skills, and the way we generally handle things. So I have been able to learn a lot from people's experiences. I have learned from the facilitators, and they are so practical that it's easy to translate them to practices when I go back to my organization.
So for me, I think the training is very well needed at this time, because you would all agree with me that leadership is one issue we have, that cuts across boundaries and industries in Africa especially. So it's a very good thing that we are looking at leadership, and it's also a very good thing that we are looking at leadership for young people.
It's very participatory, and it also allows for self-reflection. It's not just event or a program where people just sit and the teachers teach. You actually get a chance to talk about what you're going through in your organization related to what you're being taught as well. And the facilitators have been helping out with personal experiences and so forth. So I find it very holistic.
The program is very relevant. I've been privileged to attend other leadership programs in the past, but most of them generally discuss leadership. Some, especially in terms of democratic leadership and etc. But this is the first time that I'm attending a leadership training that specifically targets civil society sector. This is the first time I've been in leadership training that is teaching me about organizational management, strategic planning, people management, personal productivity skill, in addition to the proper leadership skills that I have also been gaining from the other places. So this is so unique, it's so relevant, it's so important. It is a project that should enjoy continuity, because the lessons I've learned here, there are such lessons that should be propagated.
The information, the knowledge that you will learn from WACSI is a knowledge that you cannot even get in the classroom. It's a knowledge that you cannot even get from the professors, because the knowledge they teach you is down to earth. It's very practical. They make you even implement it as a group, as a team leaders. So to me, every civil society in Africa should be part of WACSI.
On myself to say thank you to WACSI for this, as I said, initiative. I think it's a wonderful one. And I think we've been discussing how serious WACSI has been with this training, or maybe WACSI is generally. I was having a discussion with one of my colleagues and we said we are doing a personal plan or something, and we're like, look, you only have to write what you can do because WACSI will follow you up. There's no way you write and they won't, so you should be careful, because WACSI, they've never failed in anything they said they would do so far. So if they said they are coming to visit you in the office, they will come. So you should be careful about what you write. So we want to thank WACSI as well for, they've showed us a lot of leadership, not just taught us, but showed it, in time management, in excellence, in the way things are done. And I think I've not just learned from the classroom, but also learned from WACSI as an organization, what it means to lead. Yeah, so thank you to WACSI, the management, for this great initiative. I wish WACSI all the best. I wish the class of 2015 all the best, and I pray that we are not just a pay-setting class, but also in action, in impact, in leadership. At a point in time in the life of our societies, this corps will not feel WACSI. And I pray that we are able to deliver.